Hi everyone, welcome to Call of Duty Mobile. I am using an emulator. I'm planning this on my laptop or PC. And I'm going to discuss the perfect settings that you're going to want to use as this is an emulator. And so it can be a little bit junky. Now in the last video, I actually showed you how to set everything up. And so I will link in the description. If you are only at that stage anywho, let's get to some of these settings. Now, so for starters we're going to go to control and you're going to want to change things to the advanced mode and to hip fire. This is what you would be used to as a PC or as a controller player. Now let's continue on to the basic stuff. Might as well keep aim assist on unless you think you are absolute pro and you want to turn it off, but might as well keep it on. Everything else I believe is on default, but you can kind of pause the video and go over these things if you really need to. I do believe most of those are on default though. Likewise default for this ADS tapped ADS display left button I have on slide while running also or always sprint. I am not sure if that is default but have it off anyway. Days gyroscope, those should all be default I believe. Camera FOV and regular FOV, I pump those all the way up to the max because I think you might as well. Now you have marker setting. I have changed it to this. The reason for that is it gives like the most clean screen availability. But if you do want to see your objectives a little bit better, then you can fiddle around with those yourself. Mini map setting I have done. I believe these are also default, so use that as you will. Mini map settings. I have map zoom toned all the way down, and that way you can see kind of as much of the map as you can in your minimap. Seeing more things on the map is always a benefit to that. I believe the only thing I have changed when it comes to that now. We have audio and graphics. This section is really going to be personal preference and how good is your PC, but do note that frame rate is something you should try to maximize. Hair graphical quality. For me I actually put it as medium despite having a good PC, and I have just found that it runs even more something on medium, so that's something to just play around with, taste out different graphical quality. And to be honest, I think having a smoothie game over a beautiful game is better, in my own opinion. Then there are some battle royale settings. Now I may make a whole separate video for the settings because they're actually a lot more for that than there is for regular multiplayer. But if I do, I'll link that down in the description. And on that note, if you guys are interested in that, please just let me know in the comments. Likewise with zombies. Now let's go to sensitivity. So this is something you are probably going to want to be playing around with a fair bite, because I think as soon as you go into the game and your first match, you'll probably notice that your mouse sensitivity is crazy high, and you are definitely going to earn to those that down. And so probably the first place you go to is sensitivity, but that is actually not where you want to go to. The sensitivity in game doesn't actually make a whole lot of a difference, so I would advise leaving them basically on defaults, and instead you actually want to go up here to keep mapping. Now I'll just more this over so you can see it a little bit better. But over here you have your gamepad and you want to go to keyboard. Now down here you have more settings in the horizontal and vertical sensitivity. Now you are going to actually change it here. This is where you'll notice a significant difference and where it kind of is implemented better, and so you probably want to drop it to around 30% is what I'd recommend. That's what I leave it on, and from there you can see if it's too low for you, increase it, if to high, decrease it. But I think 30% is probably what most people are used to know VR sensitivity. Like I said, if you guys do want to see a video on that, I can make one. Vehicle sensitivity, you can probably just leave those as default, and I believe all of the rest will also more likely be default. Now that should basically cover everything. I am considering making a few video on certain loadout. As you can see here, I do have the M13 Morning Star Diamond skin, and so if you would like to see that, you could make me hit the subscribe button for a fellows you know. And on that note, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good one.